Welcome back, prisoners, and holy crap, look how many cycles into the future we are. 424. Yep, so the base was having some problems, and I was like, I've got to change some things. So we're going to go over the changes of what the base... I mean, the base hasn't changed. It's basically expanded. So first, what was the problem? So the first thing I did is I have given up on trying to live in the Gravitas building, at least for now, maybe for the remaining element of the playthrough, and that's because of this thing right here. This thing is just using up so much electricity. It's just using so much. It's insane how much. It's just killing us how much electricity that this uses. We can use it. I can turn it on, but it was just eating our coal up. That was the problem, that we were just having these brownouts due to, we just couldn't keep up with it. So what I did was, I moved down here. As you can see, we got room for 4 instead of 3. No risk of burning here. It's very cold here. This has been turned off. It's not currently active. I chopped up some of these ladders so that they have no choice but to go down here. Basically, they have no business being up here unless they're in a spacesuit, which allows them to then go over here. And this has got covered up by the rocks falling in as usual. But over here you can see we've got this entire area to ourselves now. And then I built this right here just to... This one ladder allows us to get to the surface. And this little thing here prevents it from filling up with garbage. But now we've actually, took it to the surface a bit. We've got this little area. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. We can think about building the rocket. There's a lot of things that we could do. We might start working on that. I was thinking about kind of giving this area a little, like moving this over a little bit more. Maybe building 2 telescopes, because we do have 2 people with researching, so we could like double the speed at which we are capable of locating. So let's look at the star map. So over here we've got our carbon asteroids, we have our metallic asteroid, an oily asteroid, a rocky asteroid, a carbon asteroid, we've got interstellar ice, so I guess basically an ice asteroid. Over here we've got a salt dwarf, a salty dwarf. And yeah, there's all kinds of different things, like, so you could get Dacia salt vines here. I don't think there are any Dacia salt vines on our ghetto prison. I don't think our map has any Dacia salt vines. So this is some of the ways that you might be able to obtain some of the things that you don't have otherwise. But that's that. This has been working as intended, and this thing made out of steel has been working out just fine. Like, even though it's covered in extremely hot regolith, the regolith is 340, that's not nearly enough to really cause a problem to our steel telescope. So, one of the things I really overhauled was the power grid. The power grid absolutely needed to be upgraded. We actually ran out of coal, and I was forced to start using generators, which I've just left here temporarily in the event I needed them. So what happened here is we installed the natural gas generators from the last episode, but the problem is that this goes dormant. Next dormancy is in 3 cycles, so this is going to, it's going to abandon this. We're not going to have natural gas. So I was like, you know what, we still need to use coal. And so I looked up, how many hatches do you need to supply 1 coal generator? And the answer is 9. So here's our next upgrade over here. So we've got the original hatcheries over here for smooth, regular, 2 stone hatches. We have the glossy Drecos, but then over here, I installed an additional, basically I doubled it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 7, which is like 40 something. So that's well beyond what we need. And then to go even farther, I added in a power control station. What this does is let's just play on slow speed, just to keep people moving. What this does is we have to use a refined metal specifically, and I'm using lead because, we have a lot of lead. We have 18 tons of lead, and lead kind of stinks for building things because it overheats really quickly. It takes heat damage, so why not just consume this and turn it into microchips? And yet you have to make the microchips periodically. You build them here. This has to be in a power plant. You can see I actually moved this wall because I needed more space. And what these do These are putting out 900 watts now, and they're putting out 900 watts because the microchips increase the power output by 50%. So 50% of 600 is an extra 300 watts. So these are actually outperforming these. These would do even better. These would get an extra 400. So these would be giving out 1200 watts if I built a power station there. So I would need to remodel the base a bit more. I'm thinking about maybe moving into here a little bit so that we can have a bit more space. But I got the Slicksters are back. They're having the same problem again. They're eating up too much carbon to the point that they're going to starve. I probably should knock this down to 4, and then take some of these guys out. You're one of the older ones. You. There, that'll take them down. Let's take them down to 3. 3 has been pretty manageable. Here's one of the, oh, see, he's upgrading the microchip right now. Now, it takes a little while, so we installed lights. Lights increase the speed at which you do things. Because, like, let me go to full speed. Look how... That's still pretty slow, even on full speed. Building the microchips. Those would be a pretty cool screenshot. So, they have to do this. There it is. NG's tune-up. Let's click it. NG's tune-up, 50% more power output for 3 cycles. So they only need to do this once every 3 days. So down here, we had a catastrophic event. And so this steam got up to 500 degrees, and this wasn't turning on. And I found out why that was. And so eventually this whole thing just broke down. Everything broke because it was 500 degrees, and it was trapped because of this heat, and I had to let it out. And so this entire area, this whole area right here, just kind of superheated up to like 400 degrees. And it was a nightmare to like cool it down. I had to start... Right here, this was for ice. I was bringing ice down, and I was building structures out of ice and letting the ice melt back into regular water to try to just desperately cool the area down. Eventually, we got it. The area is still pretty warm, but the heat has distributed outwards. Another thing I did, if we look at the priorities, I went through everything and just changed the priorities on everything to try to... Because our guys were just having trouble, like, figuring out what they need to do. So I went through everything, and I changed the priorities. These are all the pumps I was using to try and, we can get rid of this now. To just clean up all of the water that was just all over the place. There was just water everywhere. It was crazy. So we got this making some algae. We've been cleaning up. We had a spill over here. So as you can see, we have a natural gas spill. I've been cleaning up some of it over time. Is this where where's the natural gas that I was vacuuming up? It might have been on the other map, because I had a spill on the other map as well. But it's kind of trapped here because here's the way it works. Here, natural gas is lighter than carbon, so the carbon is pushing it upwards. At the same time, it's heavier than oxygen, so it's kind of trapped in here, so I could just kind of, like, suck it up over time and just kind of, like, get it back where it needs to go. So that it's not too big of a deal that it's spilled out over there. You could see over here that the nice big 1 kilogram blocks of gas, but over here thinning out because our systems are more than capable. Like, you know, they're just eating up our electricity like crazy right now. Making a small amount of carbon, just kind of barely keeping these guys going. Batteries are designed where the system prefers the natural gas, and then when the natural gas runs out, or if we're overtaxing it, then these activate. And these things are super strong, so they're able to, like, very quickly get these things back up and running. And we're gonna have a dormancy in 3 cycles, so... Here's the hatchery. So because we had to double this over here, I had to... I really wanted to get the coal going really quickly. So over here we've got just... That guy doesn't belong there. We just got a ton of these guys over here. Building them, filling them out. I just check them every now and then. The number we're is... We're keeping 4 here because these guys eat us out of house and home. So this one needs... This is at 5, so it needs 2. This one's fine, this one's fine. This one needs 8, so it needs 2. This one's fine, fine, fine. And the reason I'm doing 2 stones to 1 regular hatch is because the stone hatches, I don't think they will eat... Well, let me see what they're willing to eat. Stone hatches, they will eat... So they won't eat sandstone, that's the key. These guys will eat sandstone. Regular hatch. Which is what they're eating right now. And if we look at our raw minerals, we've got a lot of granite, 350 tons of granite, and we're starting to run low on sandstone, but there's more. Like, we can, like, right over here, here's some sandstone, but eventually we'll have to, you know, replace these guys. But right now, like, sandstone, we're not using that for anything else. We may as well feed it to the hatches, and then we can just chop them up and replace them. But, I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with feeding all this material to the hatches, because, I mean, look, all of this is stone. Stone. There's the most of the area, granite. Most of the asteroids are just made out of stuff we don't need. Just tons of building materials. More, here's some sandstone over here. I can also feed them sand. But there's plenty of raw materials. We're just going to convert all of that into coal to keep the coal generators up and running. So that's what we did with the base. Oh, we also expanded over here. So this got redesigned so that I could better distribute the power, because we needed the sweepers here. Like, our dupes were getting overwhelmed with tasks, so it was really important to get some additional sweepers going. So that's what these are doing. Up over here, I rewired this, so this isn't in use, even though it is a little bit over. This is the conductive wire, so we're 160 watts over. That's fine, though, because we're not using the aqua tuner. Also, despite the fact that we built all of this, 100 steel each, we still have 21 kilograms of, 2,100 kilograms of steel. Because before this broke down, it was working, so let's go ahead and turn this back on. And we are going to need to probably make some more refined carbon. Let's go ahead and make some more refined carbon. Make 10 refined carbon. Let's make 5 refined carbon. There. Okay, let's speed things back up. So what was wrong with this system? So I've turned this into a vacuum. You can see right here, this is this has been vacuumed out. The problem, here's the problem. The steam is heavier than the oxygen, so the oxygen was getting trapped right here, and it was blocking the vents. These vents that want to suck the steam up, they weren't turning on, so the steam was just heating up and heating up and heating up down here, getting like way too hot, and then eventually the oil just got so hot that it just obliterated the metal refinery. So this has all been redesigned. This is probably in a bad position because... Let's take a look. Oh, we have... what's wrong over here? Oh, I think the oil is still really hot. I think that's part of the problem. Yeah, so this just got hot, really, really hot. The problem is that I think the oil we used was just insanely hot still. Yeah, crude oil is at 764 degrees, so it's like insanely hot. So I think what we need to do is just empty storage and turn this off. It's so hot that you'd say, well, that looks like petroleum, not oil. Well, it's so hot that it's actually purifying the oil into petroleum on contact. Like, that's how hot it is. Like, it's really hot, as you can see. Let's turn this off. Really hot, as you can see. Super hot. 400-degree petroleum. These people are turning into Kentucky Fried Chicken just for stepping in it. Okay, contents. Crude oil, 204 degrees. That's not too bad. Let's get this mopped up. Yep, it's super hot, but you're just gonna have to burn your hands on it because this oil's gotta get... We gotta get this oil out of here. Weezeworts. Obviously gonna get a bit overwhelmed by the heat, but that's fine. We actually needed to kind of pull the trigger on this just to get that burst of oil out. There we go. super hot. It's all good, though. I probably should make this out of ceramic. I might queue up some ceramic over here. Let me see if I can make it out of ceramic, because what I could do is deconstruct this. Right now it's made out of igneous rock, but if I make it out of ceramic, it would be way, way, way more resistant to heat damage. Let's go ahead and send these guys in who are injured. Not the best start to the episode, but like I said, I completely forgot about that. That stuff is super, super hot. Very neat, though, how it automatically turns back into petroleum. Or just due to it being so hot. This thing is overheating just constant. It's taking constant overheat damage. Because it's, when it overheats at 194, which it's almost under 194, but what we're going to do is just deconstruct this, I think. Yeah, just like that. So let's see, can we go to refinement? Metal refined. Can we make this out of... We can make it out of ceramic. So let's make... I believe this is 100 kilograms. So yeah, let's make 7 more. It makes 100 at a time, I think. So let's go ahead and make 7 more of those. And that will... and then we'll build this out of ceramic so that it doesn't just get, like... It doesn't get its, like, butt kicked completely. We can reactivate this, that's fine. Wheezeworts will slowly, we're already almost back to 150 degrees. Wheezewort's doing a decent job. But yeah, we had to get that had to get out. We had to get the, that superheated oil out of the machine, so just pulling the trigger on it was just kind of a necessity. So, while that's going, we're going to go ahead and get started up here as well. The first thing we're going to do is just clean up the base. The good news is, we should not... these are probably... Yeah, this regolith is 100... Yeah, it's under 200 degrees. That's super hot. This is most likely because, Shovels likely ate stuff and barfed it up. Not sure why Kyler specifically, despite having significantly cooked chicken hands and feet from the oil spill, wants to do this, but if he wants to do it, more power to him. Let's get him back in bed. Where is the cot set? As you can see, heat is kind of dangerous. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think I want one... I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it being right here. I kind of just want a second one. So let's... destroy the inner ones first. Wait, I don't want to destroy the drywall, so I'm going to destroy these manually. This looks like it's 4 units in size. Oh, here's what we can do. We can remove the inner 2. Like this. And then we can just build this in the middle. Yeah, just like that. It'll fit right in. Then we'll have to strip this out and replace it with a bunker door. Just so it has better visibility. Yep, you got it. And then we can hook up another one of these to it. And it's also going to need oxygen. Let's go ahead and just go like this. Make this out of mafic rock, actually. Can I build these out of mafic rock? Yes. Mafic rock, very plentiful here, so perfectly fine. Let's return to the base. This has got the one last ceramic left to build. Getting pretty hot. Not like unbearably hot in here, but that thing does generate a ton of heat, the kiln. Refinement. Okay, time for our metal refinery to get an upgrade. Next time I play the game, and we got to do this, I'm going to be building the metal refinery just immediately out of ceramic in the first place. Just to give it that much higher melting point where it's much harder for it to take damage. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I could be wrong, though. This wire is getting a little stressed. Not quite, though. It's probably due to... It's due to this battery generator over here. Let's see. Right now, I'll be... Oh, steel. Or iron. We could turn iron into more steel. How much iron... Oh, let's see what we have. How much refined iron do I have? I have 7.4 tons of refined iron. Yeah, let's go with the steel then. Good. Bump this up to a 6. Oh, it was a 9. Bump it back up to a 9. They gotta go in here to grab all of the... Okay. Oh, come on. Just finish it. Finish the job, you stupid duplicates. I just want this thing built. I want it built. I want it built now! Good. Make you a priority 8. There we go. Overheat temperature 527 because of the ceramic. Look, base value is ceramic plus 360 degrees. So if you need to build something out of rock and it's important that it doesn't get damaged due to overheating, refine some ceramic and build it out of ceramic. It's basically the kind of the stone material version of steel. Up here, looking pretty good. I think everything is connected. So next what we're going to do is copy this. Let's see the size. So it's also a 4, so we'll go ahead and deconstruct those, and then we will build the... Let's make the deconstruction a 6, so that someone goes over... Oh, we can also activate this. And then we'll need to connect the space scanner up to this as well. And we'll also need to hook this up. Yep. Clean up all this regolith. Clean it up. Clean it up. The priority 6. Clean it up. Let's go ahead and get the wiring in place. Like so. Let's get the electricity in place. Like so. I should probably add... No, that's fine. It's fine the way it is. Ah, excellent, excellent. Look, they're actually researching and they're much more comfortable now. Like this, I think this system is way better. You know, I think I was being a little too aggressive. But that's fine, like, sometimes you have to be bold. Basically, if you're not overextending, then you may not be able to recognize what's going wrong. Like, you have to push the limit to basically, to understand why something works or doesn't work. Sometimes you have to push the limit and experience why it doesn't work. I often get that kind of advice on stuff like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like music or art. Like, sometimes you'll build something and you're like, oh, this looks like crap. But the issue is that if, let me see. Let me make sure we wired it correctly. Okay, good. It's coming out of the NOT gate. No line of sight, temporarily. Temporarily. There we go. Now we should be able to research 2 at a time. I don't know what we're researching, but I'm guessing I go from right to left, so I'm gonna try I don't know what they're researching, to be completely honest. Oh, can I not... can I not... Maybe it just doubles their effectiveness? Maybe I was wondering if I could research 2 at a time. Oh, I see. So he was getting in and just doing nothing. He was just stargazing. Like, what a slacker. Oh, let me increase the priority to 9. This can be a 5, because this is automated. That doesn't matter. This is also starting to drive me nuts over here. So I kind of want them to just finish this. I mean, if this isn't necessary, if it's kind of like, oh, that was pointless to, like, build this, then we can just deconstruct it. It's not a big deal. So, where are we going to build the rocket is part of what I wonder. I want to build the rocket more on the surface, and that's because when the rocket lifts off, the fuel that it leaves behind gets pretty hot. Like, it gets hot. We can improve the visibility by cleaning this stuff up. Like, basically, this thing has kind of like a cone visibility. But now we can finally get this stuff built. That was driving me nuts. How many... We do have 2 people capable of astronomy, correct? Yeah, we have 2 people that are capable of astronomy. Both of the Joes. I wish I could just queue up multiple constructions. Okay, so we cleaned up the regolith. Where are we going to put our rocket? I think I want to put it kind of like right here-ish. So, it's, you know, I don't want it to be too far away from... You know what? I don't think that 2 of them make a difference. Otherwise, the other Joe would have come up here. So, let's go ahead and deconstruct this. And what we're going to do, we're just going to put the space scanner here so that the space scanner has a better view. Oh. Oh. Was that premature? Is it twice as effective? Like, does it make twice the difference? Is it like twice as badass? How's the power line doing here? The power line's doing fine. Let's build another one of these things here. Let's deconstruct these 4. And build another bunker door here. And that'll give this thing even better. This will give it a better scanning quality because it'll be able to see a little higher. So apparently the way you could tell how good the visibility is by the light. You turn on the light overlay, and this gives you an idea of how good the quality of the scan is going to be. I don't like how ugly this looks. I'm getting upset about it already. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta measure this out. We got 1 here. So I want 1 right here. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna be super picky about it. Maybe actually that could be a damn lie. I could be super picky about it. Let's check the light overlay. So this thing should have better visibility. Scan quality is 1% or 11%, so it's a little bit better. That could be a problem. Okay, you guys need to build this stuff, like, now. This stuff needs to be built, like, right now. Oh, man, good. Okay, thank God it starts out closed. Is that an unreachable build? Hope it's not an unreachable build. Let me build one of these right here real quick. Yeah, good. These are being built out of mafic rock. Plenty of food. We were having food problems, too. We were having stress problems. We were having a lot of problems. But now we have managed to kind of get the base kind of back on its feet. Okay, good. So what I'm probably gonna do is... Let me see. Right here, I like the look of it being right there. So let's go ahead and deconstruct you. Good. Now let's go over to automation, space scanner, and we'll build them right here. We're basically just scooting it over slightly. Hook it up. And I think it's already hooked up to the grid. Yep. There we go. No! The NOT gate is opening it up! Don't open it up! I mean, it won't obey me. Finish it. Build it. Finish it. Oh, yeah. There we go. Close the gates! Close the gates! Oh my god. I'm just hoping no asteroid or meteors. I think... Oh, something landed inside. Okay. Let me pause. Hold on a second. That had me worried for a moment. Alrighty. Let's see. So, let's see. We're gonna build the... Okay, well, actually, we're not gonna do anything until this asteroid or this meteor shower ends. So, let's see. The rocket... Okay, we need more steel. Let's go back to our base. What is preventing us from getting more steel? Queue up the steel. The pipe is blocked. Why is the pipe blocked? Okay, so it's loading up the coolant. Okay, let's see if it works this time. Okay, good. It's okay. So that was the problem. We just needed to get that. Woo! 470 degree. Is it gonna just fry this thing immediately? So as I said, vacuum environment inside here. So the only gas is gonna be steam. A little worried about this getting torched. Little worried about that. Coming back in at 170 degrees. Like, we do need to kind of keep an eye on this device to make sure it doesn't, like, it... Wait, did we finish the scan? Oh, we finished the scan. Organic mass? Slime, algae, polluted oxygen, gassy moo? Gas grass? Let's keep scanning. Scan. I command it. Doesn't take too long to get through the, you know what we could do, actually, is... We could build a light here to make it go even that little bit faster. And then maybe build a, weight plate right here. We could build a weight plate right here. And then we could add the refined metal. Oh no, it's under manufacturing material, I think. Steel. Because we would need to sweep this off as well. Okay, let's build this here. Build this like that. And we'll just make this all emergency except for this. Just to kind of get it going. We'll see if that works, if that gives him the well-lit room bonus. Our gas pump isn't doing as bad as I thought. I thought it would get, like, fried pretty much instantly. That could be annoying. 1, 2, 3... Okay, they should be able to reach it. Basically, the faster they could get through this, not only will we get our steel quicker, but they'll generate less heat. It'll also use up less electricity because they won't be using this. Because, remember, this thing does last... This thing uses up 1,200 watts. So the sooner he gets done with it, the better. Is he getting the well-lit bonus? Yes, lit workspace. Very good. Where's the yellow alert at? Oh, it's this here. It's, return this to an 8. There we go. Okay, let's see how our system is looking. Oil's coming in at about under 200 degrees. Yeah, it takes a while for the area to heat up, to be honest. Water is heating up quite a bit. Overall, I think this is working out pretty well. Plus, we've been crushing the crap out of eggs. Like, we've got way more lime. Oh. I'm a little hesitant to take new people on. I'll tell you that right now. Because we were having so many problems earlier, and I just now got everything back under control. We also can just continue to explore this area over here. I can always assign more people. One thing I probably want to do is just kind of cut into some of this diamond. So I found out what diamond is for. Diamond is basically mineable glass. It can be used in the same manner as glass. Like, let me see if we have an example. An arrow pot. If I had some diamond, I could make the arrow pot, or I could make glass. But diamond, mining the diamond means that we don't have to use up any. Let's see how the scanner looks. 12% quality. Probably because, you know, if we could get more ways of getting light in here, that would be better. How much steel do we have? 1,200. So let's knock this out. And let's knock these out. It's like we can't really. I don't know if they can. Are you allowed to? Can you walk on this? Oh, you can walk on this. Never mind. I wasn't sure if they could walk on top of the bunker door. So let's start clearing some of this stuff out of the way. Or... Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, so this counts as a building, so it needs to be on the surface. So let's start cleaning up some of this area. It's going to be kind of a slow going, because we're going to have to build kind of shelters for it. And what I could do is strip some of this steel away, and just kind of make like a smaller area and be like, who cares if the asteroids land over there, basically. Keep drilling. We gotta clean this area up for our... There you go, you're doing great. Excellent. How are they doing? Did they scan another thing? Yes, they did. Shattered planet. Gather. Doesn't tell us very much about it, does it? Interesting. Let's set this as the new scan. Use a telescope to analyze. Doesn't tell us much about it. A once habitable planet that has sustained massive damage. A powerful containment field prevents our rockets from traveling to its surface. Interesting. A mass of organic material similar to the ooze used to print duplicates. This world is heavily degraded. Interesting. Salt dwarf. A dwarf planet with unusually high sodium concentrations. Interstellar ice. A terrestrial destination frozen completely solid. Carbon asteroid, common asteroids containing some useful resources, rocky asteroid. A minor mineral planet, unlike a comet, it does not possess a tail. Oily asteroid. A viscous asteroid that is only loosely held together, contains fossil fuel resources. Metallic asteroid, a shimmering conglomerate of various metals. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. I guess we're gonna build our engine, like, right here. Like, I mean, like, why not? So let's shave this a little further. And then I guess we'll build... How tall is the rocket? I kind of want to build it right here. Oh, never mind. Let's let this meteor shower pass by. Okay, so I'm gonna skip forward. I want to screenshot this with the rocket engine completed, so I'll be back once we're ready to start building the rocket engine and what we're gonna do to try to protect it. We're gonna have to build some materials in order to shield it. Oh, would you look at this? I wasn't expecting that. So the steam room is now working. Let's go to gas. Steam. Very good. This area is vacuum because gas and liquid can't occupy the same place. This thing broke down as I thought it would. It doesn't matter, though. It's already completed its function. It can actually just stay broken in there. And so the steam is 200, about 260, which is just enough for this. This tells us the amount of heat it can handle. Because we can't let this get too hot either, which is why the Wheezeworts are here. So this thing can't get too hot or it stops working. But at the same time, what it's doing is it's sucking up the steam. Let's go to medium. It's sucking up the steam, and then it's releasing it as water. So it's actually releasing it as 188-degree water. And the steam, the water doesn't vaporize until like 200 and something. So it's actually cooling. I mean, it's still super hot water. Don't get me wrong, but it's preventing this system from overloading. That's what it's doing. Because now it means that the oil will never be able to breach, like, I don't know, maybe like 300 or 400 degrees. It's never going to be able to get past that because this device is technically cooling this area down. So that means this should be able to run basically infinitely. Looks like we need some more refined carbon. Let's go back to the surface. As you can see here, we do have our rocket. This is a steam-powered rocket, so I'm actually going to have to get some steam in here, which was part of the goal of this was to heat this up into a steam room. That still is kind of the goal, but the issue is that we're going to have to pump steam into here. That's the main issue. We're building kind of like, I don't know how effective this is. That's okay, because until I see how the meteors are going to impact the area, then, like, I'm not going to know anyways. Like, that's the issue there. I have to see the way the meteors fall in order to really have a good understanding of how we're going to try to protect this rocket. But right now, they're doing a pretty good job. Obviously, we need more steel, but now that that system is working the way it should be working, I think it'll be fine. People are getting sunburns up here just because it's, like, super, super bright. Like, there's no atmosphere. It's not like Earth where we've got this nice ozone layer to reduce the strength of the sun's, you know, like solar energies. No such afforded, nothing afforded here, so the sunlight is just insanely bright. It's just like cooking our guys, so they have to take breaks periodically. It's still okay though, we're not getting super stressed out by it. Hopefully we can get this done. Let's go to maximum speed. And we're gonna need this, which I mean, I guess we could build that as well. I don't see the harm in that. We can't build this yet because I think this has to be finished next. Maybe we should finish the rocket. Yeah, that could be a pretty good stopping point for the episode. Okay, well, the doors are shutting, which means meteor time, I think. I don't know, he was like, oh, heck, screw that, I'm not going out there during a meteor storm. What, are you crazy? I'm like, yeah, I am. That's why you're part of Fox's ghetto... Actually, let's leave these as 9. You're part of Fox's ghetto prison. Like, there's no human rights. There's no... There are human rights, but you guys are duplicates. You're not humans. There's no duplicate rights. Okay, good. That hit the bunker tile. Okay, not as good, but still sufficiently good. That was it. What a wimpy storm that was. Like, I mean, unless it mainly stormed on the far right side. But like, yeah, there was no storm over here on the left, so what a wimpy storm. Wow, it doesn't take them long to finish those pieces. Oh yeah. Oh, and he's got the pieces to finish it. Oh, tell me this is not this. Obviously, this cannot lift off with this in the way, but tell me this is not. What does this do? Destination not selected, no astronaut, missing an atmo, well, of course, that. Empty the cargo bay, no destination, fuel tank required, yeah, that's fine. So someone's gonna have to get the perk for, I know exactly what they're talking about. They're talking about this rocket piloting and rocket navigation. They're talking about those 2 skills. Basically to become an astronaut. This is the research module. I don't even know what this does. Completes 1 research task per space mission. Introduces a small data bank regardless of destination. Generates research points to become available. Overheat. These things have an insane... Okay, we don't even have to worry about the heat of this. This thing is like just destroys heat. This is like... That's like 4,000 degrees. Like, what temperature is magma? Yeah, magma. This thing could just swim through the magma like it's a swimming pool, like it's Michael Phelps. Like, holy crap, this rocket wouldn't have a problem with it at all. Let's check our star map. We found another interstellar ice. Ice could be very useful if you want, like, wart seeds. Another way to get wart seeds. Analyze. How many do we got left? So we got this one. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's only 11 things left to scan. I mean, we're making... This is so going to be the... Tell me this is not... This is an awesome screenshot right here. Just like this. How sweet is this going to be? At any rate, okay, we're back on our feet. Obviously, there were some problems in the base. It took a while to figure... basically, it took me a moment to figure out what the problem was. That was the main issue. But, hey, onwards and upwards. We got the base back up and running. We're going to have to... The next challenge is getting the steam room going so that we can basically fuel the rocket. Because we need steam. This area is okay. I might build somewhere a little closer by. I might make a steam room, and we have plenty of room here. We could build the steam room in here, and it's already really hot. Polluted oxygen? I mean, come on. Oxygen is like... All these things here are really hot, too, aren't they? Like, aren't these things really hot? Yeah, 400 and something degrees. Like, we could easily heat the... Okay, heat... So heat is not the problem over here. Oh, don't we need a... We also need, like, a gantry, don't we? What does a gantry do? Provide scaffolding. How does this work? I'm guessing you would put it right here? Like, the ladder is in the way, I'm guessing. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this episode. Like this video is entertaining. We're almost into space. We're getting there. I've never done space before, so it's taking a lot longer to figure this stuff out, but I'm figuring it out. It's getting done. We're going to go to one of these places. I don't know. I don't know where I want to go. I kind of want to go to this oily asteroid. Or this, like... Yeah, I kind of want to go to this oily asteroid. That sounds pretty cool. There's still so much that we can do. I don't know when I'm going to consider this playthrough done. I might consider maybe our first rocket launch done, and then we can move on to a different map. You let me know, like, when do you think I should finish the session, just because, like, we have mostly explored the asteroid. Because, I mean, there's a lot of other... Let's go ahead and save. Yep. Main menu. Because there's so many other planets that are pretty cool to take a look at as well. And one thing I know is I'm pretty sure the space part of the game is the same on every single asteroid. Like, it doesn't matter which asteroid environment that you choose. I'm pretty sure the end game is basically the same. But at the same time, we could progress fully through this as kind of a core learning experience to figure out what to do, you know, remodel the base where necessary, you know, go to the most advanced rockets or something, like, let's go to new game, survival. See, there's all these other planets we could go to, like, I kind of want to do them in order. Like, this one would be all about salt water. Like, we haven't really experienced salt water, and look at this. You could flip these around and you get different effects, like slime molds, subsurface ocean, you know, miscalculated pod location geodes. What I'd probably do is try to pick one that has the most, like, role-playing thematic, like something that's all about water, like the salty water and stuff. I mean, over here we've got Rime. This one's all about being cold, so, you know, like, I'd probably try to find, like, large glaciers and stuff like that, something to, like, make it, like, super cold feeling. Like, over here we've got Verdante, which is all about, like, wildlife. Arborea, it's all about trees. Volcania, it's all about volcanoes. We've got the Badlands, which is all about the lands being bad. Iridio, which is I think it's like a desert. And then Oasis, I don't know how to pronounce that. But there's all these other asteroids that we can do as well. This is the original one that came with the game before they made any updates, but yeah, like, you let me know what you think down in the comment section. You know, I'm playing for you guys after all, because, like, I mean, if I wanted to, I could just play off screen. You know, I've got my hyperbolic asteroid over here. I got plenty. I could play this on my own time if you guys get bored. But let me know what you guys want to see. Like this video is entertaining. Subscribe for future Oxygen Not Included content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.